Well, howdy friends, Brian Flechsig of Mad River Outfitters and the Midwest Fly Fishing Schools, and welcome back to another one of our Wednesday fly tying tips. Easy for you to say. And filling in for Ryan this week, I think he's off on our Septembos Alaska trip, chasing giant rainbow trout on the Naknek River up in Alaska. I think he's got 9 people with him. Also up there with Josh Trammell, who guides up there during the summer, in between guiding for us for the rest of the year. But anyways, just a quick fly tying tip for you. This is a trick that we learned from Dave Whitlock many, many years ago. And I was just blown away when I learned this. But you've all done this before. You've all tried to put lead eyes onto a hook, whether it's for a Clouser minnow or any lead eye that you're going to put at the head of the fly for both weight and to provide the semblance of an eye. And then, of course, we've all had those spin on us. I mean, when you look at a lead eye fly, when we have reps come around, they show us a lead eye fly, the first thing you do is try to twist it. If it twists, it's not a good fly. It's not going to hold up. You know, I was never really good at getting those lead eyes to stay until Dave taught me this. And I use this, and I've also taught this in the video for my plantation crab. It's a fly we developed for red fishing down in Louisiana. Turns out it works for redfish and permit, as well as other saltwater fish almost anywhere. But the plantation crab is where I taught this in a video once. If you haven't seen that video, it's probably linked right there. If you can't see that on your device, it's down in the description. But Dave taught us to use a file and Zap-a-Gap. And what you do is you actually score the hook. And I know this repulses some people, and that's why I love to teach it, be honest with you. But you literally score the hook with that file. And I just score it right up behind the eye, okay? And of course, you know, haters are gonna say, oh, you're lessening the strength of the hook. It's not lessening the strength of the hook, for crying out loud. But just go ahead, make the comment down below, and then we'll all make fun of you because it's a stupid comment, because we're not hurting the hook. So I just score the hook, and I get in there, I get after it, score the hook up just behind the eye, pretty good, making sure you get all angles, if there is such thing as an angle on a circular hook, but just going around the whole circumference of the hook. There you go. And then I'm going to start my thread. And it helps to use a non-slippery kind of thread. But anyway, start your thread. And then before you put the lead eye on, put a thin thread of Zap-a-Gap over that thread. And what that does is it helps to secure that thread so the thread doesn't spin in the first place. And then, of course, you're going to put your lead eye on. You all know how to do that. You're just going to figure 8 through it, all different directions. Then I go around the base. Again, if you haven't seen that, you can go watch that video that I did on the plantation crab. And then, of course, you're going to put more Zap-a-Gap on top, and then another few figure 8s all the way around over top of the Zap-a-Gap, and then wind up with your thread back at the bend of the hook. Give it a few seconds to dry, and I bet you by using this file, the right thread, and some Zap-a-Gap, you're never going to have those lead eyes rotate again. If you take a look at one of the plantation crabs that we sell here in the shop, you cannot rotate those eyes. You know, painters do something similar. They take a fine sandpaper to a wall, and it helps the paint to adhere to a wall better. And it's really the same concept. But again, it doesn't take a wall painter or a rocket science to figure out that this is going to help. And you're not hurting the hook at all. I've done this on thousands and thousands, and I've never, ever had a hook break. Not there, that's for sure. So anyhow, I hope that helps you out. Thanks as always for being here. We appreciate y'all. We appreciate your support of Mad River Outfitters. It's only through your support that we're able to make these videos and to stay in business. So subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit the like button, and stay tuned. We've got a ton more fly tying content coming your way.